Hi guys! Today we are talking about twin flame myths. We have 17 twin flame myths for you. Yeah, there are so many myths going around in the twin flame world, right?
Yeah, lots of myths, and it's important to be aware of them so that you can actually know what's going on and you know the right stuff. And
Yeah, so we're gonna clear them up today. But before that, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel. We put out twin flame videos every week. That's our intention, at least.
Yeah, we try to. So try and make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, all that stuff, and
Let's get into the video.
All right, so number 1, divine timing. So a very common myth is that divine timing is going to basically introduce you to your twin flame at exactly the right moment, and that you have to basically just wait for it and not do anything to speed it up.
Yes.
It's basically saying the myth is that there's nothing you can do that will speed the divine timing up.
Just be patient.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
Wait for your twin to heal. No.
Yeah.
Work on yourself, and since you share the same chakra system as with your twin, you raising your vibrations will also raise your twin's vibration and help them on their journey as well. Alright, and the second myth will not be popular, and that is that everyone has a twin flame. Unfortunately, not everyone has a twin flame. It might not be part of their life mission to split their souls in two and reunite in a lifetime to help each other with their missions. This is not for everyone, and you need to be spiritually evolved enough for the universe to allow such a big thing as splitting a soul in two.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people that assume that just because they like the idea of twin flames that they have to have a twin flame somewhere. It's not always the case. Usually if you do hear about the idea of a twin flame, it's because you've attracted it in some way. So in most cases you do, but not always. So not everyone has a twin flame.
Yes.
And I know that's hard to hear, especially if you want to have a twin flame, but everyone's at different stages of their ascension journey. Every soul is a different age, they're all going to have different experiences, and not every soul has ascended high enough to actually split into two and have a twin flame in this life.
Yes, so the twin flame connection is rare, but most people, they meet soulmates, which is just as a special connection.
So number 3, free will. So many people assume, and this is a big myth actually, that just because you have a twin flame that you'll automatically reunite with them and meet them no matter what you do. That's not necessarily true, because this is a free will universe. So even if everything is in place, and even if the universe is constantly giving you nudges and signs, if you choose to ignore them and make it your mission to just walk away from all of that, then it's unlikely you're going to meet your twin flame. The
universe can't force a connection between twin flames. They can't force you to physically come together in the 3D. But in the 5D, you're always together.
You're always together in the 5D, yeah. But if you want to reunite in the 3D, you have to listen to the signs. You can't just ignore them and just carry on doing whatever you were doing before. So, it's a free will universe.
Okay, so the fourth myth is that twin flame runners run from their relationship. So if you've ever experienced twin flame running, you might be blaming yourself, like, oh, what did I do wrong? But mostly it has to do with the person running. Like, they're running from themselves, and what meeting you, their perfect mirror, what that brought up inside them. It could be insecurities, ego issues, fears, past life wounds, and that's what they're running from.
Yes, it's not very often they run from you in particular. It's normally they run from something they see in you that is also within them, or the other way around.
Yeah. Okay, so the fifth myth is that you should just accept bad behaviors from your twin. If your twin cheats on you, abuses you, that you just accept it because you want to show unconditional love for your twin, and because that's what the twin flame journey is all about. That's not true. You need to set boundaries with your twin, and when you show unconditional love for yourself, that is also how you attract your twin. So you show unconditional love for yourself, and a way to do that is to set boundaries with your twin.
All right, so number 6 is that dark forces or negative energy can keep twin flames apart, keep them separate from each other. That's just not really true. If you raise your vibrations to a certain level, nothing can really keep you apart, and no matter what the dark forces or negative energies try and do, you'll always find a way to get back together.
Yes, and in the 5D, you're always together.
So if you want a quick way of raising your vibrations, we actually wrote a detailed ebook with, I think, over 15 biohacks and little vibration raising techniques you can use. So just click the link in the description and start raising your frequency.
All right, so the 7th myth is quite similar to the 5th myth, and that is that everything is a mirror. So, for example, if your twin abuses you, that means that is something in you that allowed that to happen, that it's something wrong with you, that you need to heal, that you need to work on. But when it comes to unacceptable behavior like this, it's not all a mirror. So this could be just this twin's problem and what they have to work through, their past lives traumas or whatever. So don't put all the blame on yourself.
All right, so number 8 is that you can't fulfill your mission without meeting your twin flame and reuniting. And that's a big myth, because in fact it's the opposite is true. You're more likely to meet and reunite with your twin flame if you've already stepped into your mission, and if you're already walking down that path and following your heart in that way. So it's actually kind of the opposite. So that's a big myth.
Yes, and most twin flame couples don't even have joint missions, or at least all twin flames have a personal mission as well, so that you can get started on right away. And as soon as you do that, the more likely you are to bring in your twin flame into your life with that frequency. The 9th myth is that the twin flame relationship is the perfect relationship. It's a fairy tale relationship once you come into union, and you will never have any problems once you are united. So we have been in a harmonious union for a long time now, but of course we have our fights now and then, just like any other relationship.
When she loses Mario Kart, we have fights, which is very often. Yeah, so it's really, when you reunite with your twin flame, it's more the starting point than anything else. So old wounds and problems and things will come up, but over the course of 1, 2 or 3 years, you'll be able to work through them. And that's part of what your twin flame's there to do, is to help you work on those insecurities and flaws and actually become a better version of yourself. Yes,
it's actually good when arguments and even fights come up, because it's a way to deal with those insecurities, talk through them, and to release old wounds, past life traumas, to really heal and become strong vessels, so we can hold the light.
Yes.
And then
ascend the world.
Anchor divine unconditional love into earth.
Okay. Yes. All right, number 10 is that there are distinct phases that happen in a specific order, and they have to happen in that order, otherwise something's wrong, or they're a false twin or something like that. So the reality is that the stages can happen in any number of combinations. Usually you will experience most of the twin flame stages at some point. It's just you don't really know what order they're going to happen in.
Yes.
It really depends on many different variables.
And it can happen in toxic cycles, how they can repeat in a loop. Some stage might only be for a day. Another stage can last for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it really varies from person to person.
Okay, myth number 11 is when you see 1111 or other angel numbers that you think, my twin flame is coming, there's something about my twin flame, this is some connection to my twin flame, what I just thought about now. It doesn't have to be. Angel numbers could be any amount of reasons regarding your ascension. So don't think that just because you're seeing 1111 that it has something to do with your twin flame.
What I would say here is to look for a cluster of signs, not just one sign, but look for, if it's 1111 and you also see like a particular, I don't know, person, you're in a certain place, you're feeling a certain way, like look for a cluster of different signs that happen all within about half an hour of each other, or even in the same day.
Yeah, or it happens repeatedly. It could be over several days as well, but that happens repeatedly. So for you it was 43, and it was always connected to something about our journey. For example, when we booked a flight ticket together, or
it's very rarely just one sign. You know, it's usually like a few signs. The universe really wants to make sure you get the message. All right, so number 12 is that your twin flame has to be awakened before you come into reunion. So that's not really true. You're going to come into union at different stages. You know, different twin flame couples reunite at different stages in their journey. Some people reunite before they should, and that's when you get more problems, like the twin flame running stage. You get more arguments and that sort of thing. And then other twin flame couples will reunite just at the right time, and some might even reunite a bit late. Maybe they've been ready for years, and then they reunite like a couple of years after they should have done, something like that.
Yes, and you might be a harmonious union, and your twin still doesn't know what a twin flame is. They might not even believe in the concept, but it's all good. When they're ready, they're going to wake up. They're going to realize the beautiful twin flame connection.
So don't
all along.
Don't worry too much about whether they're awakened or not. Just focus instead on your inner journey, and then it will all work itself out in that way.
Myth number 13 is that the twin flame relationship is better than a soulmate connection. Like we said, not all twin flames, not everyone has a twin flame, but most people have soulmates. And many people think like, oh, okay, I met my soulmate, but I want to be my twin flame. I want to find the one. But know that a soulmate relationship is just as special as a twin flame relationship. It also helps you grow. It also helps you wake up, awaken, and deal with issues and traumas. And it can be just as beautiful.
All right. So number 14 is that you're always going to reincarnate in the same lifetime on the same planet as your twin flame. You can often have it where you're on Earth, your twin flame might incarnate in a different planet, different dimension, different reality, whatever. But in the 5D, you're always together in that dimension. So it doesn't really matter too much if you don't incarnate in the same planet at the same time, because when you're ready and when you need to, you will incarnate in the same planet at the same time.
Okay, myth number 15 is that you can't be complete without your twin flame. And this is a very dangerous mindset to have, and it's definitely not true. It's when you realize that you are complete. You encompass both the masculine and feminine in you. You have everything you need to succeed. It's when you realize that you don't need another person to complete you. That's when you have that energy. That's when you actually attract your twin flame.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of how would you describe it? Like desperate energy, or like we've said before, the energy of lack, where you feel like you're only going to be happy when you meet your twin flame, or when you reunite with the twin flame. But that's not really the case. You sort of need to find the happiness before, and then bring that into the twin flame relationship. Otherwise, you're going to have all sorts of other problems. And the same could be said about any relationship, actually.
Yeah,
it's all about finding your own happiness as a person on your own, and then bringing that into your relationships.
Yes. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to attract your twin flame, and definitely to keep it harmonious and without any running.
Yeah. Plus, it can also, if you can't find happiness on your own, then you can also start to depend on your partner for happiness. Codependency. A lot of relationships are like that, actually.
Very, very common.
But yes, it's far better to find the happiness on your own, and then reunite with your twin flame, bring it into the relationship, uplift each other, that sort of thing. All right, so number 16 is that the twin flame is the exact same soul in two different bodies. And there's a bit of confusion about this online. And so the way it actually works is that at a certain point, one soul ascended high enough and split into two different souls. From that point on, each individual soul, so each twin flame, has its own soul experience. It went through its own lives, it had its own experiences, lessons, and that sort of thing. So they became two separate souls vibrating at the same core frequency.
Yes, so they have exactly the same frequency, but they have had separate past lives. So you don't share the same past lives with your twin flame.
All right, so number 17 is that twin flames have to always look like each other physically. Now that is the case sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. And quite often you'll find yourself looking fairly differently, actually.
Yeah, it's very common to be from different cultures, a big age gap. So it's not always the case. All right, so make sure to subscribe, because we post pretty much weekly twin flame tutorials and advice and videos about all sorts of stuff. So yeah, and have we missed any myths? Let us know in the comments, and also which one of these was most surprising to you.
Yeah, let us know.